my God.
Here we are again, another episode of Striker Chat. We are here at WestSide KickBoxing. I'm here with Tony Fisher. How are you, son?
I can't believe it's taking you this long to talk to me.
It's taking a while because the best come, you know, you do the best last.
So you've got to get a lot of practice to get better at what you're doing before you get to me. Yeah, I understand that. That makes sense.
You know that. I'm ready for you now, mate.
Okay, good.
But Tony, let's start off, brother. We're here today, obviously, for a Muay Thai WA Sparring Day.
It is a fundraising, yes.
Yeah. The fundraiser, this fundraiser, this money, does that go back to MTAWA? Or?
Yes, it does. So it goes straight into our not-for-profit.
Yep.
And all of that money goes back into the juniors who are going to nationals or worlds.
And that's for IFMAs and...
That's the IFMA.
With your Muay Thai or kickboxing journey. Were you ever a fighter?
No. I did boxing in the 80s.
Yep.
So I fought in the 80s.
Yep.
But I've never fought Muay Thai.
Why the kickboxing? How long has WestSide been open for?
I've been at WestSide for 11 and a half years.
Yeah.
The reason why I kept the kickboxing is because of the boxing background. We use our hands a lot. Kickboxing just seemed to fit better. I come from a martial arts gym, and although we did Muay Thai, kind of, I like the grading systems, I like the martial arts grading things. So kickboxing just seemed to fit for me.
So how did you get involved with the Muay Thai world, the world of Muay Thai, like your Darren Reeses and your Andrew Nelsons?
Andrew is probably the main one. I met him when I was down at XL Martial Arts in Mandurah.
Down in Mandurah, yeah.
And Andrew came in as the fight coach.
Yep.
And basically, if it wasn't for Andrew, I wouldn't own my own gym. I trained with Andrew just for a small amount of time with him, and with that, I learnt a lot more about Muay Thai than what we learnt at XL.
Yeah.
Andrew also allowed me to come in the corner with him, so I could learn about training fighters and putting fighters in.
And is that when you fell in love with the sport?
Pretty much, yeah. WestSide has been here for 20 years.
Yep.
And I've been here for 11 and a half.
But obviously another person owned the gym and you took over. You've held a few MTA days here. You do a lot of
quite a few. So we've done 4 a year for the last 6 years.
Wow. And it's a good money spinner?
Yes, the community actually does really well out of it.
Yeah, there's like a lot of the gyms from WA are really coming on board, and see it in there. And it's
when you think about it, we can have a day like today where we have 130 children, all competing. They all pay $15 each to be able to spar, and $5 for spectators. Yeah, that money goes straight back to the kids. Yeah, absolutely.
How important is it for development for these days for the kids and for our sport?
Oh, it's incredibly important. It's really changed a lot about Muay Thai in WA, with these kids being able to come in and do these sparring days and take the edge off, especially those that are looking forward to fighting in the future. But even the ones who aren't going to fight, this is a day for them. Now they get to come in and do what a lot of their heroes do.
And it's like you see a lot of the kids and they're all mates and everything like that.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's a great little atmosphere in there.
Well, it is Muay Thai.
Yeah, everyone's having fun. Everyone's got a smile on their face. And
I think it's important for the future of our sport, the grassroots. You know, if we were to get, we need champions.
Yeah.
We develop champions is to get them in early.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, one thing that we're really trying to do with Muay Thai Australia, Western Australia, is grow the sport in Western Australia.
But say the last 11, 12 years since you've been involved in Muay Thai, have you seen the sport grow in this state?
Not as much as I'd like to. Yeah. Well, we're still not really mainstream, are we?
No, we're not.
I mean, look how big karate and taekwondo is. Makes no sense at all.
It doesn't, and they're Olympic sports as well.
And they suck.
What's your role at MTAWA?
I'm just the worker ant.
The what?
The worker ant.
The worker ant. But you are the backbone of the organisation, would you say?
Or just the worker ant.
The worker ant. Mate, I've been told about you. I've been told all the work you do. You're very humble. You don't want the accolations or anything like that, do you?
Well, look, all the everything that we do and we put together is really the brainchild of Andrew and Riddler.
Yeah. Well, they're legends of WA Muay Thai, obviously. Everyone knows in WA, everyone knows who these two coaches are.
Yeah. And they actually should be legends because They are so selfless in this sport.
Yeah.
The amount of effort that Andrew and Riddler, Abby Nelson put into this sport is incredible for no gain of their own.
I could say the same thing about you, Tony, and and the rest of the community would say the same. You know. And
well, they should.
You were saying before that it's not big enough. What would you like to see?
Yeah, well, I guess I would like to see the gyms come together a little bit more than we already do.
Too much politics?
Oh, no, not about the politics.
No.
I just think that, you know, if we come together a lot more, I mean, there is a lot of work to be done. I mean, we would like to see things like...
What you see more, what you're saying is like the same old hand, you see the same faces doing the same jobs week in, week out. You like to... More hands make less work. I mean,
exactly.
Make light work.
Get more people involved. I mean, we would like to see us have our own Muay Thai awards for Western Australia, so an actual awards night.
We've touched on this. No, you're right, mate. Come in, you legend.
Cool, aggressive thieves.
Thanks, Shane.
Thanks, Shane. He's a good. I like him.
He is the best. He is the best.
Salt of the earth. What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
You know, like a Blair Smith. You know, no filter between here and there.
Oh, Shane's a lot better than Blair. But there is a lot of work to be done, and I mean, those people who are willing to give their time and put the work in, just like, you know,
today,
Riddler and Andrew, myself, the guys are doing now.
Yeah.
Plus the guys who've jumped into ref. We unfortunately we didn't have any referees turn up today, so we've had to get some coaches to jump in and do that
and do some refing. Yeah. But it's a good turnout, mate. It's impressive. Every time I come here, everyone's laughing, everyone's having a great time, especially the kids.
Yeah,
you know, all the
day.
coaches. You know what I love? I love seeing all the coaches, you know, from different gyms having a yarn, because obviously they've all grown up WA Muay Thai and they've all come through the ranks, they've all been fighters, you know, and then come through, now they're coaches. And, it's just like the old buggers now. We're not young anymore, brother.
Oh, I am.
Come on now. You don't just own a gym, you don't just build a Muay Thai here in WA, you're also a combat sport photographer.
Yeah, surprisingly. I was never going to be, and I actually fell into it.
Really?
Yeah, like you wouldn't believe.
Because we were down at Nemesis Rising, the show down, the Robert Lovett show down in Manchester.
Fantastic show.
Great show down at Albany, you know. How's the atmosphere? It was fucking bad.
It was great. Crowd was great. Atmosphere was great. Fights were great.
Yeah.
Everything about it was great.
So, you know, you went down there and you did your thing down there and you do stuff for Domination as well.
Yeah, Domination. Yeah. Domination's actually where I started, and years ago I went to Domination. I had 3 guys on. We had fight number 1 and fight number 3, and then nobody until fight 17. And I just happened to have my camera with me. I don't even know why. And they didn't have a photographer. And I just said to Darren Kurovic, look, man, I've got my camera here. I've no idea if I'd be able to do it, but do you want me to jump up and have a go? And he goes, yeah, do some photos. Then turned out that I may not be an actual photographer, but because I've been in the sport for a long time,
you know what to get.
I knew when those shots were coming.
Yeah,
so
I think that's important. Like, obviously, we've got my partner Tom Arwut. He's an ex-fighter, and he does some of his reels really hit.
Yeah. And
because he's an ex-fighter, he knows what to capture, and he knows exactly when he's editing as well, doing the post. He knows exactly how to flow it and everything like that. So I think for a fight photographer, I think it's important that you were a fighter, or you get.
Yeah, I think you have to be.
You'll get better shots. You'll have an understanding of the sport and know exactly the timing because it's still. But what do you love about because I see you, I see the passion. You love it, and you're up there with your camera, and
I do. I really do like it.
Yeah,
I really do. I mean, I've been pretty ill for the last few years. It's the only reason why I actually am a photographer. And it was a way to get me ringside as well. I've always trained fighters, but for the last 5 years I haven't really put any fighters in.
Yeah, right.
So Duke does them here for us.
Yeah.
But I was in and out of hospital for the last 5 years. So.
Do you have any fighters coming out of this gym, or?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Who are your big fighters coming, mate? Any big ones?
So we've got Liam Cunningham.
Oh, of course, sorry. Sorry, Liam. Sorry, Liam. No, I was waiting for. Well, if you came a bit more often, you'd know.
So we've never really had a lot of fighters. We don't have a big fight team, and we have that by design. All right, we're not a fight gym. We aren't. We just train good fighters.
And it's a good gym. It's very popular. the gym's always full, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. My
It's
favourite
really
photo is Brock Doe's one with Damon doing a jumping knee. That's my
Jumping knee.
favourite.
Your favourite photo. See you guys. See ya.
Good to see us. But in August, we do have the MTAWA D fights.
D fights.
So the development fights, which we do.
What's the difference between sparring day development fights that's more?
So the D fights is basically a concept from the East, which Riddler has wanted to put into place.
Yes.
And it's bigger gloves, shorter rounds, no weight cutting. And it's really based for intermediate students.
Okay.
So people who maybe aren't quite ready to jump in for a real fight,
Yeah.
they can do a D fight and still get the fight experience without the weight cutting and without the fear.
But you know how we have sparring days and there's no wins or losses?
Yes.
Is it the same with the D fights?
D
No wins
fights,
or losses?
there's wins and losses.
There's wins.
And we've got it approved by the Sports Commission, and it goes on your record
And you've
as
got-
a D fight.
I remember being here. And it was all official.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had
Yeah,
officials in the corner and everything like
It's
that.
an
Yeah.
actual fight.
Yeah.
It is a real fight. We've just made it a little bit easier for people to get involved, which is another thing that Muay Thai Australia, Western Australia is doing to grow the sport in WA.
I think grassroots Muay Thai is imperative for our sport to
Yeah.
grow. You know, this is where like I said, this is where we get our champions from.
And I mean, the more, pretty much everybody in the community, the fight coaches, all that kind of thing, are gym owners.
Yeah.
And if we want to grow the sport, if we want to grow our gyms and bring
Yes.
more people into our sport, we should all get involved in things like this.
Yeah, I think so as well.
You know?
So if you're a gym owner and you're not involved and you got young kids in your gym and you haven't come to a sparring day or a development day, I think you get in contact with Tony.
Then you should do, or you're a jerk. One of those.
Thank you very much for your time.
Oh, mate, more than welcome.
Thank you very much for letting me come to the gym. And then good luck in the future. And thank you very much for doing things for WA Muay Thai as well, brother.
That's all good. I just do it because Andrew tells me to.
No, you fucking liar. You love it, brother. Cheers, mate.
Good on you, buddy.
Cheers, mate.
Woo, 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 woo.